What's up guys, FPL Spartan here and welcome back to FPL Game Week 2 Points and Selection. So let's get straight into the video. We didn't do too bad for Game Week 2 actually, we were very lucky and I'll tell you why in a second, but we've got 54 points total and the average is 41, so it's not too bad. A lot of people had obviously Man City and Liverpool, and for me I had 3 defenders from both of the teams and they didn't get me any points at all. I did have Iwobi in here because I'm still holding on to him on belief that he will start. At least he was on the bench last game. Hopefully he'll come off the bench next game and make an impact. So I'm just holding on, probably just because Everton have got okay fixtures. So so he was in midfield. I played 3-4-3. But he got replaced by Lundstrom, which is very good because he got 14 points. So he only played, he played the full 90, sorry. He got 14 points, 1 goal, a clean sheet and 3-point bonus. He did get a yellow card as well, I believe. So he was the main majority of our points. Heaton again, 1 point. I should have probably stuck with Ryan like I had in, but it is what it is, 4.5 goalie. Salah had a massive opportunity to score, but he didn't quite get there, tried to bend it around gun. But he had plenty of chances still again. I think he had 16 attacks in total. Liverpool, but just couldn't deliver on those. De Bruyne again, sensational player. I think this season, as long as he stays injury free, he'll be one to watch for sure. He got me 11. I think he got 2 assists and 3-point bonus. We've got Townsend who blanked again. I watched most of the games at the weekend and Crystal Palace didn't look great at all. It just seems if Zaha has a bad game, everyone has a bad game. Aubameyang did well for me again. Captained him, which was a risk because I know that most people captain Salah. I wanted to try and be a bit different, and I thought because of the game time that Liverpool have played, I didn't know whether they would do too great, and luckily that paid off a bit for me. So I kept in Aubameyang. He got a goal. He could have quite easily got 2 or 3, but unfortunately he didn't, but at least he still got a goal. King got fairly lucky because he's on penalties. Wilson went down in the area and King got the goal, which is good. He's a cheap guy to have in. That's why I got him there, for the penalties and to get me points now and then. He's not a double figure player at all. And Vardy, I was disappointed with Vardy again. His work ethic's great. Second half Leicester looked a lot better, but Leicester City are just struggling. They're not, I'm a Leicester City fan, as you can see by the fan league there, but they just don't look convincing this season. With like bought in Perez and stuff, and losing Maguire I'm not too fussed about. We looked really strong, like still in defence. Not really strong, but just as strong as we did, except for the error from Ndidi. But he got the goal back and we got a point from the game. But Vardy, to me, for 9 million, I think he's better off bringing in like maybe later on in the season. Last season it took him a while to get going, and towards the end of last season he played amazing and got loads of goals. But I'm not too sure. He's still on penalties, but that's something to look at. The bench, Butter and Iwobi obviously didn't play. Kelly played, got 2 points, and then Donker played and got 2 points. So in the end we got 54 points. As I say, it wasn't too bad at all. So that was the results for Game Week 2. 54 points, above the average, which is what I'm aiming for every week, just to get above the average points in total. You know, if I aim around the 60-point mark, 55 to 65 points, I am happy every game week. Obviously more than that is better, but you know, we're aiming to beat the average, and that's what we've done so far on both game weeks. So now we'll jump into the selection of my team for the upcoming Game Week 3. So this is my team for Game Week 3. I've gone with 4-4-2 formation and I've done 2 transfers. I'm leaving Iwobi in just because of the fixtures, and I believe he still will be a key player at Everton. I'm very hopeful of that. If he blanks again and it's been 3 weeks in a row with 0 points every week, then I will consider getting rid of him. But for now, I got rid of Townsend and I got rid of Vardy, and that's due to the teams not... I know it's only 2 game weeks in, but Leicester and Crystal Palace look awful, so I don't really want anyone in my FPL team. of yet. I might bring some in later on in the season, but we'll see. At the moment, you've got people that are scoring so much. So for Townsend, I've brought in Martial, who looked amazing last game. He could have easily got a hat-trick, to be fair to him. His work ethic was great. He's been centred in the striker position now, central striker, instead of left wing, and Rashford's gone back onto what he used to play on the left wing, because he is a left winger. But they're mixed up in the game, which is nice. They're drifting out wide and stuff. But Martial was obviously down as a midfielder, so you get more points. So I thought, you know what, it's better than Townsend. He'll be against Crystal Palace, and I think he'll get a goal. He's got 2 and 2 at the moment, so let's just hope. The second transfer in I've took out Vardy for Pukki, and that's just because Vardy and Pukki are very similar players, except for lack of pace for Pukki compared to Vardy. They both know where the goal is. They're both exceptional players, in my opinion, and good goal scorers. But the price difference, Pukki is 6.6 and Vardy's 9. It's a big thing, isn't it? And Pukki, he will be on penalties, I believe, or his second penalty taker. Got 4 goals in 2 games. I know he's against Chelsea, but Chelsea's defence don't look great, and I believe that he can get a point. I think Norwich will draw against Chelsea this weekend, I really do. So I brought in Pukki for that reason, and I think he'll have a good season. You can go from scoring 30, 10 assists or whatever it was. It's hard to get that again, obviously, in a better league, but I still believe he's going to get 10 plus goals this season with 4 in 2 games. He could go above and beyond and be like Hernandez from last season for Wolves. He could be great. So I've gone with a 4-4-2. I've got Trent, Walker, Zinchenko and Lundstrom, and I've got Heaton in goal. I'm not expecting too much from Heaton against Everton, but Everton have been struggling to score, so he might get a clean sheet, but I'll be happy with 2-3 points with him. He's only a 4.5 goalie. Trent, I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet at all against Arsenal. I think it'll be a very close game. I think that could even be a draw, 2-2, or maybe 3-2 to Liverpool. But I'm relying more on Trent to get an assist with his crossing in, hopefully to Salah. Walker and Zinchenko, it's a great opportunity for Man City to get a clean sheet. They should have had a clean sheet last game, but Ederson had a bit of a shocker and was off his line and caused a goal for Spurs. Spurs only had 2 shots, so unless you count Kane's halfway shot, which was more of a cross. But so hopefully I'll get a clean sheet for those. Lundstrom, I've put him in instead of King. I would normally play 3-4-3, but with King against Man City, I just don't think they're going to deliver Bournemouth. I don't think they're going to score. They haven't been looking amazing like last season. It takes them a while to get going, so I've benched him because I think Lundstrom can get a clean sheet against Leicester. It could be a 0-0, or even they could go and win against Leicester City, where they're struggling for goals. Iwobi, I've given him a chance, but if he doesn't play again, I've got Dendonk to come in. He'll play 90 minutes, and he's only got Burnley, so again that'll be an interesting game. I think Wolves will just about win that against Burnley, but Burnley have been doing alright. They've been doing well this season, and a good defensive as well, so that'll be interesting. We've got Salah and De Bruyne for the middle 2. I think Salah is a great player, and he gets a chance every single game. Against Arsenal, I think he will score, because the Arsenal defence aren't great. But saying that, they have improved a lot. Last game they did look a bit more together, and it's probably the strongest defensive lineup I've seen in a couple of years from Arsenal. So that's the reason why I've captained De Bruyne. De Bruyne against Bournemouth. Bournemouth aren't amazing at the back so far this season, and I feel like Man City will win by a couple of goals. I think a good 3-4-0. We'll soon see, but I think De Bruyne, again, he's the most informed, and last game as well, he was playing obviously as the cam, but he was so attacking. He was chasing down the ball just like a centre forward. It was great, and I think he could even get on the score sheet, not just assists. Martial, I think he'll score against Crystal Palace. They don't look great at all at the back, and they've not been scoring much either, so I just think Martial will get so much opportunity there to get through on goal and get a goal or assist even for Rashford. Aubameyang, I believe he'll score against Liverpool. I believe he's got 2 in 2. Yeah, he's got a goal in both games. I think he'll make it a third. Liverpool just been looking a bit shaky at the back recently. I think it's just because of the game time that they've been playing. So they've been leaking a couple of goals in, and with Adrian in goal now instead as a backup goalie. He's not an incredible keeper, he's alright. So I think Aubameyang could score, and Pukki, I think he'll definitely score against Chelsea. Even if Chelsea win 3-1 against Norwich, I think personally it'll be a draw. 1-1 or 2-2, but Chelsea could win and Pukki could still score. So that's my starting lineup, and I've captained De Bruyne, vice captain Salah. The bench, Button, Dendoncker, King and Kelly. The only reason I put Dendoncker in front of King is because I think Dendoncker's more likely to get a goal from maybe a set piece, although he is quite attacking in play as well against Burnley than King against the Man City defence, that's all. So that's my Game Week 3 selections. Good luck everyone in FPL this week, and I'll see you next time. Peace!
Jason leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.